Hi students. Here one of our student has asked one question, doubt on issue of shares. Okay, problem of company accounts and audit subject. Okay, it's the first chapter, accounting of shares and debentures, illustration number 7. Okay, let me just read the illustration. Okay, and this sounds it's a very simple problem. On 1st May 2014, Superman Limited issued 5,000 equity shares of 100 each. So what is their issue size is 5,000 equity shares of 100 each. Nothing but 5,000 into 100 is 5 lakh rupees. So the company needs 5 lakh rupees. Okay. On application, 20 rupees has to be paid. That is the first call, and final call is 30 rupees. On first call, what is the due date? Is the 31st of July is the due date. Okay, have the book near you. Okay, and on the final call, the due date is 30th August. That is the final call. Application money is received in May 2014 for 6,000 shares. Okay, so when they are planning to issue this shares, they want to list only 5,000 equity shares, but 6,000 applications has been received. So out of the here is where is the tricky thing, we have to be very careful. Out of this 6,000 shares, we are going to issue only 5,000 shares. So how to shortlist that 5,000 out of this 6,000? So what the company has done is, first 2,500 applications they have granted for all of them, but the next 3,000 first 2,500 application is granted in full. The next 3,000 applications have been issued not full shares but fractional share kind of thing. So for all those 3,000 peoples, the 3,000 applications, shares has been given, but they have been given fractional shares, not a full share. So 2,500 shares are given for 3,000 people. Okay, and last 500, so 2,500, 3,000, so total 5,500, but 6,000 applications has been received, so last 600 applications were rejected. Okay, so this is what is the crux. Okay, where we can go wrong. Okay, this is a tricky situation. Okay, so next the question says the call money due made on 1st July and 1st August respectively. That is the okay, calls were made. So calls were made on the 1st of July, 1st of August, and due dates were 30th July and 30th August. One shareholder did not pay the first call money. So what is the first call money? 20 rupees, and the due date is 31st July. One shareholder did not pay that, and he has paid with the final call together with the interest of 5%. So actually he has to pay in the calls were okay. 1st July the calls were raised. He didn't pay at the time for the first call. He paid along with the final call. So which means July and August. So assume that he has paid on 31st August only. So for the 2 months period, he has paid along with the 5% interest fixed by the company. Okay, that is a penalty for that shareholder, because company raise call when they need money. When they have delayed it, they would have gone for some other money and paid interest somewhere. So when this guy has to pay for his share, he has to pay along with the interest. Okay, so another shareholder holding 100 shares did not pay the final call money, 30 rupees final call money. He has not paid at the end of the accounting year, ends 31st October. So 31st October is, as per this question, is the accounting year close. Till that money has not come for 1,000 shares final call. Okay, so but anyway, it would have come in the next period. So we are closing the books on 31st October. So what will be the journal entries? So it's very simple, friends. Okay, so the first thing we have to watch here is the allocation of share or allotment of share. So 6,000 applications has come, 500 has been rejected, so balance 5,500. So out of this 5,500, first 2,500 applications have been granted in full. So which means So which means the applications for application money we would have received for the 2,500 applications. So 2,500 into 20 rupees of application fees is nothing but 50,000 rupees we have received as an application fee. For the next 3,000 applications, we would have received 3,000 into 20, 60,000 rupees as the application. So nothing but the total application money received is 50,000 plus 60,000 is 1,10,000. Okay, and here for the second 3,000 application, 2,500 shares only we are giving it. Okay, so which means the application money received actually is 60,000, against which 50,000 only we will consider as a, in the application account, and remaining we will take it to the allotment account. Okay, so what happens first? First, the share application money we will get the share application money, and share application money from the share application account we will move to the share capital. So all the money that is coming in, we will finally move to the share capital account, and finally in the balance sheet you can see the share capital as a liability item at the top. Okay, so now we are receiving the application money, but for 3,000 applications we have received the application money. So 3,000 into 20 rupees is 60,000, but we are giving shares only 2,500 shares. So 2,500 into 20 rupees is 50,000. So first 2,500, 50,000. Second 2,500 share, 50,000. So total 1 lakh rupees is the share application money. So their equity share application account is debited to share capital account 1 lakh rupees. So 5,000 equity shares is share capital 1 lakh rupees. But we have received excess application money. How much excess we have received? 3,000 in the second batch, 3,000 applications we have received. So 3,000 into 20 rupees is 60,000 rupees, against which we have allocated 2,500 shares. 2,500 into 20 rupees is 50,000 rupees. So 50,000 rupees is application money, and for this application next we have to receive the allotment money, right, or the next call money we have to, right? So we are accounting that 500 extra application money. So 500 into 20 is equal to 10,000. So that 10,000 rupees we are considering in the allotment. We are taking it to allotment. They have gone one step further. They have paid extra. So we are considering it as allotment, and we can adjust that in their future calls what we make. We can adjust that money. Okay, so it is very clear. Equity application account. Okay, total 1,10,000 rupees has come, which is debited to share capital account. 1 lakh has gone to share capital. The remaining is still sitting in the allotment account. Okay, 10,000 account. So this is a tricky entry. If this goes right, everything will go right. Okay, the second entry is equity share allotment account. Equity share allotment account is debited to equity share capital. So now we are raising second call, in which 30 rupees for the 5,000 equity shares. So the first entry has confusion, whether 6,000 equity shares or 5,500 equity shares or 5,000 equity shares. The confusions are all solved. Now only 5,000 shares are there. Okay, so equity share capital allotment money you are raising for the 5,000 shares multiplied by 30 rupees is the next call amount. So 30 rupees into 5,000, 1,50,000. So our money comes to equity share capital allotment account and goes to equity share capital account to capitalize in the balance sheet. So equity share capital account is nothing but the account which is sitting in the balance sheet is a equity share capital account. Next, I'm making the next call. Now the question is here also it is leaving something not very clear. That is 100 rupees is the issue size. Out of that, first call is for 20 rupees and final call is for 30 rupees. So 20 plus 30, 50 rupees is only coming. Where is the other 50 rupees has gone? Question has not given that properly. So we are assuming that after the first call, second call of another 20 rupees is there, third call of another 30 rupees is there, and final call of another 30 rupees is there. So 20, 20, 30, 30 is total to 100. Okay, so I'm taking it as a first call. So equity share capital first call account, 5,000 equity shares into 20 rupees. So 1 lakh amount is coming in. I'm moving that to equity share capital account. So equity share capital first call account debited to equity share capital account. So that is, I think it is very easy. It's 1 lakh rupees is the entry value. Next, calls in arrear. Okay, so here the first call, okay, for particular guys has not paid the amount. What is how much? 150 equity shares of 20 each, we have not received the amount. So calls in arrear, we are opening a new account, calls in arrear. So whatever is the balance in this account, we can make sure, okay, these many shares the people has not paid. Okay, so to make that very clear, so we are opening an account called calls in arrear account, and we are debiting the calls in arrear account to equity share capital first call. Okay, so so here 150 rupees into 20, so calls in arrear account, the balance moves to equity share capital first call account. So 150 shares, 20 each, so 3,000 rupees is the amount for the entry. Next, equity share capital final call. So next I am capitalizing the final call. So what is the final call? Final call amount 30 rupees into 5,000 shares, 1.5 lakhs, equity share capital final call account debited to equity share capital account. Okay, that is the next entry. And next, this calls in arrears, which is for 150 shares into 20, 3,000 rupees, which we saw earlier. The shareholders has now come to pay that along with the interest of 5% for the period. Now the call is raised in 1st July, and we are assuming that this guy has paid in 30th or 31st of August. So 2 months period. So 3,000 rupees into 5% into for 2 months. So 2 divided by 12 months. Okay, out of okay, divided by 12 becomes per month, into 2 becomes for 2 months. So 2 months, what is the interest rate when you calculate? It comes to 25%. So this, we are opening a shareholders account. So all the penalties or fees we will recover from the shareholders. Let all those payment be in the separate account called shareholders account. So shareholders account debited, okay, to interest on calls in arrear. So we already opened calls in arrear account. Now we are opening interest on calls in arrear. So it is just an accounting discipline. So we and we are opening more accounts. These are all new GLs or new accounts. It is good for the company because we can download this particular GL and analyze how much interest has been paid on which date and due to what all reasons. So we can analyze. So we have opened one new account called interest on calls in arrear. So shareholders account debited to interest on call in arrear for 25 rupees, for which he has not paid on the first call. He has paid along with the final call. So for that interim period, he has paid the interest. Okay, so that's it, guys. So this question is very simple. If you have any further queries, please dial me, and you can see this problem in a different way also. So 5,000 equity shares are issued at 100 each. So 5,000 into 100 is 5 lakh rupees. Okay, and final call money is not received on 100 shares during the account closing period. That is also given in the question. 100 into final call money of 30 rupees, 100 into 30 is 3,000 rupees, which is not, we have not received. So out of 5 lakh, 3,000 rupees is not received, which means we have received only 4,97,000. And in that, a particular guy has not paid 150 rupees during the first call, but he has paid in the second call, but along with the interest. So interest we have calculated 25 rupees. So 4,97,000 rupees plus 25 rupees is equal 4,97,025. That will be the balance that is carried forward to the next period. Okay. Okay, guys. So I think that is answering your query. If you have any further query, please reach me. I will give the link of this video. Thank you, guys.